Hello everyone, welcome to the series Tragic Flaws in Shakespeare. And in today's video, we are going to discuss Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar. Introduction. Shakespeare's Julius Caesar presents a fascinating interplay between two tragic heroes, each brought low by their own flaws. Julius Caesar, once a revealed general, succumbs to his own ambition and hubris. His relentless pursuit of power and a growing sense of invincibility blind him to the potential dangers lurking around him. In contrast, Brutus, driven by idealism and naivety, is undone by his belief in the goodness of his cause, blinding him to the consequences of his actions. Caesar's ambition and hubris. Caesar's ambition and hubris are evident through the play, driving him toward an inevitable clash with the conspirators. His excessive trust and disregard for warnings are clear when he dismisses the soothsayer's ominous pronouncement, "Beware the ideas of March." Act 1, Scene 2. His overconfidence leads him to ignore multiple omens and cautions, including his wife Calpurnia's dire premonition, "Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once." Act 2, Scene 2. This excessive trust in his own invulnerability and disregard for warnings set the stage for his downfall. Threat perceived by conspirators. Caesar's ambition is also perceived as a threat by the conspirators, who fear his potential rise to absolute power. His declaration, "I am constant as the northern star," Act 3, Scene 1, underscores his perception of himself as an unassailable leader. This arrogance alienates those around him, contributing to the conspiracy that ultimately leads to his assassination. His famous last words, "Et tu, Brute," Act 3, Scene 1, upon seeing Brutus among his assassins, encapsulate his shock and betrayal, sealing his fate. Caesar's overconfidence, fueled by his past triumphs, makes him a sitting duck for those who fear his growing power. Brutus's idealism and naivety. On the other hand, Brutus is driven by idealism and naivety. His tragic flaw lies in his unwavering belief in the righteousness of his cause and his trust in the nobility of those around him. Convinced by Cassius that Caesar's death is necessary for the Republic's survival, Brutus justifies his involvement by saying, "Not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more." Act 3, Scene 2. His idealism blinds him to the personal ambitions and manipulations of his fellow conspirators, particularly Cassius, leading him to make decisions based on lofty principles rather than practical considerations. Underestimation of Antony. Brutus's naivety is further demonstrated in his interactions with Antony. He underestimates Antony's loyalty to Caesar and the potential threat he poses. Allowing Antony to speak at Caesar's funeral, Brutus naively believes that his own rational justification will be sufficient to win the people's support. Antony's manipulative oration, beginning with "Friends, Romans, and countrymen, lend me your ears," Act 3, Scene 2, incites the crowd against the conspirators and plunges Rome into chaos. Brutus's idealistic belief in the power of reason and justice fails to account for the complexities of human emotions and political machinations. Consequences of idealism. The tragic consequences of Brutus's idealism and naivety are fully realized in the ensuing civil war. His internal conflict and eventual realization of his mistakes are poignantly captured in his final words. "Caesar, now be still. I killed not thee with half so good a will." Act 5, Scene 5. Brutus's death marks the culmination of his tragic journey. highlighting the devastating effects of his flaws. Conclusion. In Julius Caesar, Shakespeare masterfully explores the tragic flaws of both Caesar and Brutus. Caesar's ambition, hubris, and excessive trust render him vulnerable to assassination, while Brutus's idealism and naivety lead him to misjudge the motivations and actions of those around him. Their intertwined fates serve as a powerful commentary on the dangers of unchecked ambition and the perils of idealism divorced from reality. The play underscores the complexities of human nature and the tragic consequences that arise when personal flaws intersect with political turmoil. So this was the discussion on tragic flaw in Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. We will meet in the next video and discuss some other play. Until then, goodbye and thank you.